Hey, let's take a look at something really exciting. It is the Power Rangers Dino Megazord in black and gold, and that is one of my favorites. When I first saw this robot in the original, I didn't care for it, but whenever my cousin got it in black, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks really good for something that I don't care for. And then when I saw the movie, I started lightening up toward this. So I did get a black in Megazord of the original Dino Megazord. I call him a Dino Megazord. That's what they call him now. They're good. Because when they just call him Megazord, it's like, which Megazord? So it's supposed to come in this like VHS, pretend like it's a VHS sitting on your shelf. I think I took it out of the wrong end because there's the VHS parts. But when I got it, it didn't have the chest piece. And if you put the red chest piece on it, it looks okay. But yeah, so mine is not 100% complete, the real one I have. But now I have this one. Now I like this size of these figures. He does have the sword right here underneath the thing you can't see probably. Let me zone down a little bit on him. I was interviewing a bigger figure just a second ago, or looking at one. All right, out of the box, he is almost 7 inches tall. As far as centimeters, he is about 17 centimeters tall. Now for the articulation, this is where I'm really baffled that they couldn't do a better job on these. Now you might be like, you paid for it, you knew what you were getting. Yes, I do. I know what I'm getting. For the $11 I paid, I think it's fine. When I bought one of these first time, I was very, very distraught. Like, why can't you make better articulation? You're making something, why not do it right? I mean, why make it like this? So it's pretty much a brick, and that's why it's like, is that what you want to be, Hasbro? You want to be remembered as making bricks? This is why it was on sale. Nobody wants this because of the fact that it's just a brick. They could have made elbows right here. They could have done the articulation right. I don't understand why they didn't, but I didn't buy it to complain about it. I bought it because even though it has the flaws, I knew it would, I still like having something that's representing the black and gold Megazord. Now, proportionally though, it looks like his chest is underwhelming to me. How about you guys? I mean, I feel like they really made this one to look like the one on TV, except for the paint job. Like, they didn't make it looking like something it's actually a real robot. It's like there's a guy inside of a suit in there, you can see, because it's like if they made the arms any wider out, he wouldn't be able to do anything with his arms through the sleeves of that. And then, you know, when he's walking on the screen, that's about all he got out of that. So I feel like they were trying to make it based on the way it looks like on TV. Now, again, so we'll start with the arm articulation, or the head articulation. It goes all the way around. The arms, they're on a swivel and hinge, so they can go all the way around 360. He can go as far up. There's no elbow articulation, which makes 0 sense. There is wrist swivel. There's nothing in the chest at all. It's a big, huge brick. I mean, it's just, there's nothing. It's just nothing. I mean, there's no point to having a big, whatever. He's got the weirdest leg articulation I've ever seen on a robot, and I've grown up with Shogun Warriors, which have, the little 4-inch ones have about this much articulation in their legs. If you ever have the little 4-inch Shogun Warriors, they can do about the same thing he can do. And I just don't get it. The knees have, there's no knees. There's nothing. It's just, like I said, it's like a brick. So like I said, if you, probably the reason this flopped, nobody's buying this, is because people are going, I'm paying for this. But those people who are paying for this didn't live in the 70s, and during the 70s, this is what we got. So we have a sword that looks like it's gold colored. And I was just saying how Bandai, when they made the gold Ranger from Zeo, did a terrible job with the gold. They made a more lackluster butterscotch color. On him, he's got gold. He's got an even darker gold. It almost looks like a bronze. So yeah, just bringing that to the attention. So that you don't get, so if you're looking to see like, well, I want to see if it's any good, come to me. I'll tell you if it's good, how much articulation it has, what you can do with it. If you want to find out the history of the Megazord, go to Pixel Dan or somebody like that. I just want to make it short and sweet and to the point. Now, I do want to go over looking at some of the details because for all that I can complain about him, he does have some pretty good details. The face, again, remember we're working with 3 colors here. It's black, gold, and red. It's traditionally called the black and gold Megazord. See, even on here it says black and gold. But they decided to pick a third color. Otherwise, it would look really, really strange having just two colors with, in other words, it's hard to explain. You have to have a third color sometimes when two other colors are already met each other. All right, so that face has got gold lining on it, the gold face mask, and then red eyes. The little M's on the shoulders have red around them, and then gold behind it. The back, again, I feel like I'm looking at something from the original 90s Power Rangers. So when they stopped painting, they paint the front, they never paint the back. The only exception is right here, there is some gold on that part for the Tigers. Wasn't the Tigers supposed to be on the left side? I'm a little confused by that. Maybe it's just me. All right, and then for the Triceratops, he has some gold details right here and here. He's got gold on right that part, which is, you know, if you ever had the Triceratops, I swear the Tigerzord's over here normally. All right, I'm just okay. So, and her tail pops out from there. She has her legs right there for the Tigerzord, or saber-tooth Tigerzord, and he has treads. Now, I've seen some redos that people make for like $200 of the Megazord. It's like more fantasy oriented, where the treads also become like legs. I think that's a great idea. All right, there's no paint on the thighs at all. He's got gold on his crotch with red on the sides of it. The line that goes around right here, it doesn't continue on the back. As you know, this is the elephant Zord wrapped around underneath the kind of grabbing onto the back. So there's a gold ribbon on both sides, but not on the back. What looks like teeth, and I've always thought it looked like teeth in my opinion. Well, you know, that's the Pteranodon, and that's the bottom part of it. And these little cannons on the back, they're in the same color as the sword. They're actually in the color it's molded for the arms, the sword, and the upper legs. So most of this is actually blown in original plastic that's black. And I want to say that these little arm shields right here, they don't do anything. They just look like they do. So if you are into articulation, pass on this. If you just like presents on your shelf, and with just a little bit, like some options here, like I can put the sword up, I can put the sword down, I can put the sword this way if I don't want to, you know, catch it with my shirt when I'm walking by the shelf. I wish I can put the sword kind of like Voltron, but can't do that. Or can I? It would bend the sword at the hilt if I did. I'll probably end up posing like this on the shelf because it's definitely something that looks good, stands up great. I don't have to worry about it falling off the shelf because it's got a really firm foundation. I mean, you know, you don't have to fidget with it to get it to stand. It's not like action figures are top heavy. It's very bottom heavy. I mean, look at that base. And on the base we have SCG Power Rangers LLC Hasbro SA. This was originally the first time they made this one without it was a different color. It was 2021 Hasbro, made in China. All right, so what do you guys think? Was it $11 wasted or $11 well spent? That's up to you. Obviously, I knew what my cast I was making because the very first one I ever got, I was very disappointed at for $16. But this one's just beautiful. That's the reason I got it. I don't plan to pick up any of the other ones. I did pick up the Tigerzord because, golly gee, I love the Tigerzord. And I have it in pretty much every version I can think of. So I only have 3 of these. And that's fine with me. That's where I'm going to stick at unless they do a really exotic color that you just can't find like this. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. And they made the Morph be with you.